Hi there. Today I want to read an excerpt from my book, Secrets of a Metaphysical Flight Attendant. It came out back in 2014, but I think this little section I want to read to you is very timely, considering what's going on planet Earth right now. The name of the book, Secrets of a Metaphysical Flight Attendant. The first chapter is called Breaking the Rules, and this section is called Flight Path. In the days before security lines, body screening, sardine can seating, and puny $5 bags of almonds, there was a romance to flying. There were real glasses from which to sip wine and brandy. There were 5-star meals in first class. Flying was seen as something only adventurous, wealthy, sophisticated people did. But gradually the world changed, and the airlines changed along with it. Once the airborne equivalent of the Love Boat, an airplane is now barely more than a subway in the sky. In many respects, the high idealism of the middle 20th century is going the way of the airline's golden age. A lot of people are beginning to realize that there's more to life than what we've been shown. The material wealth and security of the American dream is an empty shell. Happiness can't be purchased with hard work. The clothes don't make the man or the woman, nor does the house, the car, or the iPhone. Instant gratification doesn't equal lasting contentment. In other words, the rules aren't serving us anymore. Maybe they never did. You know, the 60s really was the last blast of freedom in a lot of ways. We didn't have surveillance at the airports, checking everything as we were checking in. We could live wherever we wanted to live. The economy was totally different. Life was a lot easier in many ways if you wanted it to be. Of course, we had the rich and the poor, and I was up close and personal with very affluent people that were flying. But, one thing I noticed back then, I was very intuitive. And I used to say to myself, these people, the country club set and the CEOs and the movers and the shakers, because everybody flew commercially back then. Politicians, celebrities, you name it, they were all there because they didn't really have as many private jets as they do now. But I used to always notice, even though they had big jobs and they were doing things that were really interesting, there was sort of a naivete about people, because I went into that industry because I was highly motivated after seeing 3 UFOs, and I quickly learned there was a UFO cover-up. Then I started hearing about the shadow government from the pilots. So I was the kind of person that was always looking underneath the surface to find out what the real story was. And I quickly reached a conclusion that America was a wonderful country, and it still is. And Americans are great people. And we're very sophisticated when it comes to the military and all these technological advances that we make. But maybe emotionally, we're really not that sophisticated. That's why they hired pretty women to be stewardesses back then, because they knew that people would go, oh, well, if she's brave enough to fly, I guess I'll try it too, because we were kind of bringing in the jet age back then. I was still flying on propeller airplanes now and then, like the DC-6, which was an old propeller airplane. Very different experience from being on a smooth running high altitude jet where you don't feel all the turbulence and all that kind of stuff. So it was very different in many ways. But because I was a crew member, I exposed myself to a lot of different things that made me realize if you really want to be happy, you've got to learn how to go within. It's an inside job. Because if you're an optimist, nobody can take that away from you. If you're a pessimist, you're going to be a pessimist. But if you know how to go within, you can neutralize problems, you can transcend them, you can solve them, you can know that there's always a solution when you learn some of the secrets that the metaphysicians know. That's why I love studying it. You should check it out too. If you buy my book, Secrets of a Metaphysical Flight Attendant, you'll get some insights. Go to my website, it's available, and hope you enjoy it.